All right, so what is better than billboards? If you are a local business owner and you're trying to get more new customers in, you have either thought about running billboards. Would that help me? Is that the thing? I see them everywhere. They must work for somebody. Or if you've run billboards, then you know what it's like. It's not the panacea of awesomeness. Sometimes you run one and have nothing happen at all. Sometimes it works great. I'm going to explore what that's all about, but actually I'm going to give you something which works a lot better. It's something that's more modern, definitely much more controllable, and something that you're going to want to know about, and definitely compares very favorably to billboards in terms of price and results and so forth things. So let me hop into that real quick, and you can decide what you think it works best. Full disclosure, I've run many billboards. Okay. So first of all, there are the disadvantages of billboards. While they do get you out there, and big as life, huge sign with your name on it, can't hurt, right? The disadvantage is you put up on the side of the road and you get pretty much with zero targeting. Your targeting is whoever's driving down that road or being driven down that road. So it can be the little kids in the car, the distracted spouse, like this lady is here. It can be whoever. People, obviously many, maybe most of those people who are driving by are not prospects for you. They're never going to buy from you, but you are paying to reach them anyway, just because you can't target it any better than this side of this road. The other thing about billboards, a little deceptive. A billboard's a giant sign, but you really can't put that much on it or you lose people. We've all seen billboards that were just so long you could not read it. It was, guy wrote a paragraph up there, they got 3 different pictures, they got all kinds of other stuff, specials. The general rule of thumb is 7 to 10 words. And really, it should be closer to 7 because people don't read that much. They have to be kind of able to read it by glancing at it. They're not going to sit there and read it because there's not much time as they're driving by or whatever's going on with all the other things that are happening. So you really only have 7 or 10 words total. That includes a call to action, a website name, a slogan, the name of your place, everything, a logo. Each one of those counts as a word. It's actually harder to write a really good 7-word billboard than it is to write a 30-word or a 50 or 500-word ad, because to be that concise and get the exact right idea across that fast, this is why they fail. The next one is distracted viewers. This has happened more than ever. It used to be you'd have the driver and a passenger. The passenger would be looking out the window. That's not happening now. As you can see with this lady here, she's typical. People are looking at their phones. So not actually consuming the billboard. So half the people that used to consume it are consuming it. Now, the other person who's distracted in this picture is the driver. He's driving. He's trying not to die. He's got that crazy person behind him or in front of him who's driving an idiot. He's got the police up ahead he wants to make sure he doesn't run into. He's got other signs and things. He's got weather. He's got all kinds of things going on. Plus, he's got his own car. And gosh, hopefully he's not texting and driving himself, which I think too many people do. Please don't do that, okay? So you have people are far less likely to take the time to actually stop and look at your sign. They're not actually going to stop at all. They're just going to drive by, fills part of the windshield for a few moments, and then off it goes. Did they read it? Maybe they got an impression about it. Maybe they didn't even notice it. If I put a gun to your head, could you list off all the billboards you drove past today? No, probably not. So they don't leave that big an impression just because we're all more distracted than we used to be just in general. And of course, the price is a deal too. I researched today from AI. The average billboard is now between $2,000 and $3,000 a month with a 6-month or 12-month contract. There are setup fees that are significant. I've run billboards. This seems about right. You got the printing cost, the installation cost, sometimes the takedown cost. If it's lit, sometimes you pay a little extra for that. If it's a digital billboard, you're going to pay a lot more than this. I've seen those things over $10,000 or $15,000. The big TV-looking ones, right? Those are sexy. Those are cool. And they probably do work a little bit. I get a little more attention, especially at night. However, they cost a lot more than this. So anyway, that's kind of what you're looking at. So am I saying they don't work? No, of course not. They wouldn't be used in the public if they didn't work at all. But I'm just saying there's a better way to go, okay? One last thing about a billboard is you can't click on it. You can try to click on it. This car tried to click on the billboard. That's my little joke there. But you're not clickable. So the person who sees your billboard, if they see your billboard, they've got to remember when they get to their destination or whatever to take action then. That takes a lot. A lot of times people say, oh yeah, I heard, and then they didn't even notice, or if they notice your billboard at all, now they have to notice and recall it later on in order to really get some response directly from it. And that is a rare person indeed, which is why billboards have to be up on such busy roads, because so few of those people are the right people, and so few of those people will actually see the billboard, and so few of those people actually take action that you got to have these big, huge, beside the freeway numbers to make it work, which is kind of the inherent strength and weakness of the billboard. All right, now let's talk about the alternative. This is what I recommend you do instead. Kind of a digital version of the billboard, if you will. We call it social publicity here. It uses low-cost social media to tell that ever-growing number of people in your area who are prospective customers. We tell them basically who you are, what you can do that helps them, and how to find you when they need you. That's all you're doing. You're not trying to sell them the deal of the week, make them this, that, whatever now. You're just trying to let them know, you're publicizing. Really just like, hey, this is who we are, this is what we do, and this is how you find us when you need us. That's it. And all that does is keeps you top of mind. You're right there on their phone when they're looking, and you make them the one that you remember, right? The benefits of this are it only targets people who are going to buy from you. You can actually arrange it so on these social platforms, when you run these little cheap publicity ads, it only goes to people who are the right age group, the right demographics, the right area, who are going to buy from you. So you can really only use your money right in the right spot. It makes it a lot more efficient. There's lots of space to connect with people. Now, lots of space on that ad. You can explain who you are, what you do, put a success story in there, put a testimony. People will read it, right? It's not like a billboard, 7 words compared to 50, 500. I think you can do 1,500 characters on Instagram, which is what, 500 words or something? That's quite a lot. That's a lot to write. And if it's a restriction of the space, you can have whatever picture you want up there, sometimes multiple pictures. It's a lot more creative space to actually explain who you are, how you're different, and so forth. Of course, you have attentive viewers. They're literally looking at their phone. They're staring at their phone. People get criticized. Quit staring at your phone. You know what they're staring at there? They're staring at your ad. They're looking at your business information. Wow, that's cool. And of course, if they want to hear more, click, take action, and there they are on your website, ready to become a new customer of yours, right? Where otherwise, remember the billboard, they got to remember that. On this, they'll just click and they're there, okay? And when you actually do the cost, it is 50% less the cost, and there are no contracts. Like when we provide as a service, there's no contracts. With Facebook, there's no contract. You can run your ad today and turn it off tomorrow. Doesn't matter, right? You're not locked in because no one had to print a 40-foot wide piece of canvas to put it up. It's just a digital thing, so it's a lot faster, a lot less expensive. Actually, I think that 50% less number is wrong. I think it's more like 70 or 80% less, but I was being a little conservative when I put this slide together. All right, so here's some ideas of what it looks like. When you have a lot of people running social publicity, you get more and more people to your website. And more of those people end up taking action from your website because they know who you are. They trust you a little bit, right? They've heard of you. They've seen you every week or two on social media, and they clicked when they were ready. And there you go. So hopefully you see why you might want, if you're running Billboard, you might want to shift a little money over to social media. Or if you're thinking about doing social publicity, you can contact us here at thecustomerfactory.com. That is a service we provide. Also on that site, there's a link to resources where I teach you how to do all this stuff yourself. So whatever you want, go to thecustomerfactory.com. We'll take care of you there. And I will see you in the next video.